This video will demonstrate how to create a shared meeting agenda in minutes. Well, again, like we talked about, the very first thing we want to do is make sure you're logged into Moodle. After you're logged into Moodle, on the left-hand side, you'll click on the NP Google Drive. And because you're logged into Moodle, you'll automatically be logged into your drive. And then you're going to see your list of items that you've created so far. Last time we began working on a shared folder. So let's go ahead and open up that folder. Well, within this folder, we want to create our agenda for the week, and then also create any minutes and anything during that meeting. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the upper left, and I'll click on the Create button, and we're going to create a document. It's just going to let me know that this is a shared folder, so anything I create in this folder is also going to be shared with those people. And so it's just a little warning, so I'm going to click on Create and Share. And then notice up on top how it's going to create a new tab for my document. I still have a tab open for my Google Drive, and my Moodle page is also still open. So now in my document, you can see, if you haven't done a Google Doc before, you'll see that you've got some pretty basic formatting tools up on top. So things that you'd be familiar with using in Word, you're going to see in your Google Doc as well. First of all, in the upper left corner, you can see right now this is an untitled document. So I'm going to click on this to name the document. And I'll just call this Technology PLC. So Technology PLC Agenda and Minutes. And then click OK. Now I'm going to put a title at the top of my document, and we'll probably call this the same thing. And then probably at the top of each one of my agendas, I would probably put the date, and then also who would be in attendance, and maybe the location and time as well. Once I have the basic information listed, then I would begin listing my agenda topics. Once my agenda topics are laid out, I might go in and do a little formatting. So for example, my title up here, I might highlight that and make it bold. Maybe I'd make it a little bit larger. And then I might even put an underline under there, so I can go into Insert, and we can insert a horizontal line to add that to the minutes. Well, once this is all done, this would now be available to everybody that is on the team. The nice part about that is that if anybody else on the team wanted to add anything to the agenda, they have the option to be able to go in and edit that and make any additions. Or if maybe they're talking about one of the particular topics, so maybe I'm on the team and I'm going to be talking about the technology conference, I might want to add something to this. So for example, I could hop into this, I can see that this is on our agenda, and I might just go in here and add the conference website. So I could go over to the conference website, just copy the address, and then back over on the meeting minutes, paste that in our minutes, and just hit as soon as I paste in a URL and hit the space bar, it's going to recognize that this is a website address. And then as soon as I hit the space bar, it'll link it to that website. The other advantage of doing a shared meeting minutes is the fact that this document is available to everybody that is on the team. So if those team members are coming to the meeting with some type of device, whether it's a laptop or a Chromebook or an iPad, they can also get into the meeting minutes, and it can be a shared meeting minutes notes. In other words, everybody on the team can add to the notes within the agenda. So what I like to do is leave the in attendance line blank, and then as people come to the meeting, they can go ahead and sign in their name, and then as the next person comes in, they can go in and sign in their name as well. So kind of gives them a chance to hop onto the agenda and enter their name, and gets everybody onto the document so that everybody is ready to start adding notes as the meeting is going on. When the meeting is over and all of the minutes have been taken, you'll start setting up for the next meeting. What I like to do is, instead of creating a whole nother file, just create an ongoing list of all of your agendas and minutes for the entire school year. So what I do is I go up here and start with agenda, and then just highlight this section. I'll copy that and then enter a couple lines there, and then just paste in the next agenda, which might be on the 17th, and then take out in attendance, getting ready for the next one, and then maybe do a couple more lines, and then insert another horizontal line to divide up the next meeting. And then I'd be ready to go in and start adding in my next topics for the next agenda. This video demonstrated how to create a shared meeting agenda and minutes.